So, last week you were able to save a marriage.
Oh, which one?
Oh, you had sent me a text that you had saved a marriage.
So for example, I keep doing a whole lot more exorcism work here lately because more people are coming. Once somebody's heart opens up to the notion of it, once people realize, hey, look, you're divine, pure, and amazing, and you're a child of God, and you have all of the birthright for that flow and abundance, right? When you get there, it's like helping anybody forgive themselves, you forgiving yourself so that you can stay in that flow and that abundance. Like, if somebody gets there and the other partner in the couple isn't there, fuck, man, you get so many fights from that shit. Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we've just been kind of like playing like angels, going into people's homes and kind of just love bombing them into like, here's a new perspective, here's a new situation, and like pulling them out of their cave and their little hole. But yeah, I'm really excited. For example, this past weekend, we had one couple, I think they ended up taking probably 2 points of Molly each, the MDMA. We did the dopamine pills, we took them to a drum circle, and it was the most amount of fun they'd had in 6 months. It opened them all up. They've been having sexual issues. We took them home with some mushrooms, and that's what's up. I have a new client that Johns Hopkins couldn't even do anything with. This guy had 15 doctors, 2 of them from overseas. He's dealing with, okay, so I'm always trying to help people find out the root cause, the root core of what happened. And I don't understand why most doctors don't do this, but apparently somewhere down the line, 20 years ago, this guy was about to get robbed in his car. Like, he was just sitting in the car, and some people came up, he said, and just pointed a gun at him. So they ran away. Anyway, the story is that he bashed his genital area on a fence, trying to hop over a fence, like bashed it real hard. And that caused his bladder to get out of whack. The movement of the bladder caused infection going into the prostate, erectile dysfunction. He's been living in pain, level 7 and 9 pain for 6 years. Dude, this guy comes to me, and one day, I give him jungle medicine. One day, yoga. I put the whammy on it. Only the way that Carina Cariñosa can put the whammy on it, right? One day, and this dude's pain's gone.
Wow.
15 doctors.
Wow.
13 American doctors couldn't do shit. Carina Cariñosa got it on the house. And you know what those fuckers had to say, man?
Tell me.
So he tells them, because as soon as he found me, of course, he told them about me. And they go, hey, look, man, if chewing on a piece of tire works, then keep on chewing on that piece of tire. And then, like, the other doctor said the same thing. I was like, but this ain't tire. This is prayer. This is going back to root trauma. This is clearing the energy. This is moving your body. This is letting shit go, you know? Mm-hmm. And I was telling him basically that, his nervousness energy is kind of like being a tree that's in a pot. It's not grounded enough. So they call that a bonsai. A bonsai is a tree that's not, planted in the ground. And I'm like, what we got to do is just loosen up and open up all that root energy. So the first day I got him, no pain. And then by his third visit, we had an exorcism. And what we were doing, we were eliminating all of the pent-up shame energy that was trapped into those areas, right? Erectile dysfunction, guys, it's a huge thing. Why, too? Because women energetically castrate their men in this country.
Wow.
But that's also exacerbated by the fact that the government makes it impossible for people to feel, comfortable getting their needs met, right? So if we've bred the men to be the hunter-gatherers, right, and now we're going through an economic crisis, and you can't feed your kids, and blah, 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 those are all reasons for the woman not to feel safe, right? So she gets starting to be over-dominant and stuff, because you have those control dramas, and then all of that messed up energy will stay down in your dick. Well, so I was consulting with a colleague. I've been consulting with a couple of colleagues. I've got, herbs, nutrition and stuff. I'm making them a custom capsule. And I had to buy some more jungle medicine from him the other day. So I actually asked my colleague out there in Pucallpa, Peru, out there in the jungle. And he was like, yeah, man, we just give them 3 grams of mushrooms and let them get together and let their energy vibrate. And then, yeah, he won't have erectile dysfunction anymore. I'm like, all right. So this guy is acting like an American even though he's foreign. And he's just trying to throw money at the situation desperately. And I'm like, I'm going to keep your money, but that doesn't mean I can make you walk the walk, And so I had people try to refer people to me, and I'm like, oh, hey, first thing I got to know is, do you want the healing? Because most people don't. Most people would, silently prefer to play victim and get their power from that and playing the blame game, as opposed to that level of courage and integrity where you're willing to step up and say, hey, I fucked up, I make mistakes, how can I do differently moving forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're at. I can bully him. I can incentivize him in ways that the other doctors can't. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's do it.
I got to tell
I'm really
you,
excited.
I so agree with what you're saying. You know, I read a book, it was called When Healing Becomes a Crime. And it talked about the American Medical Association and how it was implemented and how it began with a guy by the name of Morris Fishbein. And the medical profession in America is so arrogant and so close-minded. I mean, it's like when I met you and I started seeing your medicinal options, and it's like, this is the kind of doctor America needs, man.
Yes, your words, I agree.